We have big news from the state basketball playoffs. South Central has COVID issues, and the Falcons have had to forfeit their first round game tonight. They are out. The news broke late this afternoon. South Central was a perfect 13-0 on the season. The Eastern Carolina 3A, 4A champs were scheduled to play Roseville tonight. The Falcons were ranked number 4 in the high school OT Top 25 East rankings this week. South Central joined Southside of Beaufort County as teams having to forfeit first round games because of COVID issues. Elsewhere, both of Farmville Central's teams got bad draws in the blind draw, so both are on the road in the first round. The back-to-back 2A state champion boys from Farmville play at fellow unbeaten Hertford County tonight in Ahoskie. The Jaguar ladies, well, they will visit Kinston in a playoff game that we seem to get each and every season, don't we? We've got a doubleheader at D.H. Conley tonight. The Viking ladies play in the opener against Northern Guilford, and then the Conley boys take to the court in the nightcap, and it's Conley against Southern Durham in that second game. Washington is at home in their first round. The Pan Pac playing host to Wallace Rose Hill and the Bulldogs. And then finally, Kinston and New Bern are both hitting the road tonight. The Vikings and star Dontrez Styles, they play at Randleman on the road. And the Bears of New Bern take on Millbrook in Raleigh. Now, we'll have all of the night's highlights on air and online later tonight at WNCT.TV. Got a big one in college baseball this afternoon, a battle of nationally ranked programs. Number 22 East Carolina playing host to 25th ranked Duke. That game a 4 o'clock start. East Carolina leads at 2-1 in the 5th. Bottom of the first, Seth Cadell with a solo home run to right field. In the top of the second, the Pirates starting pitcher Carter Spivey left the game with a blister on his pitching hand. And then in the second inning, Josh Moreland for East Carolina, a 425-foot home run to right field. So as we sit here, bottom of the 5th, East Carolina with a 2-1 lead in that game. Pirates trying to hold on. We'll have complete coverage for you later on. Finally, time now for our nightly feature. Our play of the day. It's our Bailey's Best. Comes to us tonight from the ACC last night. Duke won its 4th straight game. Jordan Goldwire, long distance lob, half court wise to Mark Williams for the big slam. Take another look at that one. Duke rolls again. 4 in a row. Duke wins it by the final of 85-71. Coming up at 6, highlights from Duke and East Carolina on the Diamond, plus the rest of this Tuesday in sports. Back with more after this.
This is WNCT 9 on your side, news at 5:30.
Oh, the sunshine just puts you in a better mood on a day like today. And if you enjoy today's weather, you're really going to like tomorrow because you can throw on about another 6 or 7 degrees to our current temperatures. And that's where we'll top out tomorrow, probably topping out near 70 for Wednesday. It'll really be nice. Right now, it doesn't feel too bad. We're in the 60s. It is dry. Our winds have been a little strong today, so that is one thing, I guess, not so ideal. Tomorrow, we'll see less wind, so that'll make it feel a little better as well. The only major weather issue tonight could be some locally dense fog, much like last night, so be on the lookout. But we don't have any big triggers for rain, at least for the next 2 days or so. Now, by the weekend, well, that could be a different story. A new series of disturbances could begin to organize. We'll straighten out all the details and look with great interest at your Storm T9 7-day forecast coming up. The longest running newscast in the East starts now.
Now at 5:30, golf legend Tiger Woods sent to the hospital after an SUV crash in Southern California. The investigation into what happened and the latest on his injuries.
The next group to get COVID shots. I'm Kayla Schmidt, live in Jacksonville with Onslow County's plan to protect essential workers from the virus.
In a Senate hearing at the scene of a crime, what lawmakers are learning about security failures in the January 6th Capitol riots. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Ken Watlington. We continue to follow developments from California on the accident that's injured golf superstar Tiger Woods. He was involved in a crash on a road near Los Angeles early this morning. Woods' agent says the 45-year-old Masters winner is in surgery for leg injuries from that crash. Chris Martinez is following the investigation into the accident.
Emergency crews used the jaws of life to free Tiger Woods from his mangled vehicle Tuesday morning following a single-car accident.
The vehicle ran off the road,
According to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, the golf great was traveling alone along this road near Rancho Palos Verdes when he lost control of the vehicle. The car sustained major damage. Woods was transported to a nearby hospital. His agent says he suffered multiple leg injuries requiring surgery. Woods recently underwent a 5th procedure on his back in hopes of competing in the upcoming Masters tournament in Georgia. Over the weekend, Woods hosted the PGA Tour's Genesis Invitational and spoke to CBS Sports about his road to recovery.
I'm feeling fine. I'm a little bit stiff. I have one more MRI scheduled so that we'll see if the annulus is scarred over finally, and then I can start doing more activities.
At the time of the accident, the 45-year-old was in the area for an annual golf tournament in the Pacific Palisades and was recently spotted with sports greats, including Dwayne Wade. It's unclear what caused Tuesday's crash. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
You're looking live now at the U.S. Capitol, where heavy security measures are still in place 7 weeks after the insurrection at that building. Those riots and the issues that led to the deadly security breach are the focus of a congressional investigation today. A rare joint committee made up of separate Senate panels are questioning current and former Capitol Police about what they did or did not do to secure the complex. Police commanders say there was confusion in their ranks and intelligence failures on the extremist threat to the Capitol. The former Capitol Police Chief says those failures began before January 6th, the day of the attack.
Based on the intelligence that we received, we plan for an increased level of violence at the Capitol and that some participants may be armed. But none of the intelligence we received predicted what actually occurred.
Today was the first in a series of hearings looking into the insurrection. Congressional leaders are also setting up a September 11th style commission for an in-depth probe into the attacks. Now, quick hits of the day's other news. The family of a black Georgia man shot and killed by white men are marking the 1-year anniversary of his death by suing his attackers. Ahmaud Arbery was chased down by a father and son after running through their southern Georgia neighborhood. They're now charged with Arbery's murder. Arbery's mother is suing the suspects for $1 million. Former Georgia Senator David Perdue says he will not run for the Senate again next year. The first-term Republican lost to Democrat Jon Ossoff in a runoff election last month. Georgia's other new Democratic Senator, Raphael Warnock, must run for a full term next year. Perdue's decision not to enter the 2022 race clears a path for other Republicans to challenge Warnock and regain GOP Senate control. There's another economic side effect of the coronavirus. Car prices are rising, keeping lower income shoppers from being able to buy. Many people have spent the pandemic buying new vehicles because they're not spending their money on vacations or other expenses. Economists say the prices of new vehicles are outpacing the inflation rate, and used vehicle prices are also skyrocketing. Today, President Joe Biden and his top domestic policy advisor, Susan Rice, listened to concerns of black essential workers during a roundtable. The Biden administration is stepping up efforts to build trust and reduce reluctance towards the COVID vaccine in communities of color. The administration is awarding $17 million to nonprofits for vaccine education and outreach. Later this week, FDA vaccine advisors are expected to consider Johnson & Johnson's single-dose vaccine for approval.
We are ready to begin shipping immediately and deliver enough single doses by the end of March to enable the vaccination of more than 20 million Americans.
The CDC says more than 82 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been delivered nationwide. And counties in the east are getting vaccines delayed by the winter storms in the rest of the country. On Monday, Onslow County received 1,600 doses that were supposed to come last week, and another 1,800 doses expected for this week. 9 News Side's Kayla Schmidt is live at the Onslow County Schools offices in Jacksonville. Kayla, how will these latest doses be put to use?
Ken, the county has a special set of clinics set up on Saturday for child care workers, teachers, and education professionals. Onslow County head nurse Heather Duane says it is time that teachers are vaccinated. Onslow County teachers are also ready for the shots. To make that happen, the district is working with the county health department and school nurses who've already gotten the shots.
We wanted to do this event on a Saturday because we know that during typical business hours, Monday through Friday, our teachers are busy teaching and our daycare staff are busy caring for children.
County Health Director Kristen Richmond Hoover says educators' second dose clinics are scheduled for March 27th. That will also be on a Saturday to fit child care needs. More vaccination clinics are scheduled for groups 1 and 2, delayed because of storm-related dose deliveries. You can go to WNCT.com's online originals for what numbers you should call to make an appointment and more on prioritizing those groups. For now, live in Jacksonville, I'm Kayla Schmidt, 9 on your side.
How can I help the people that look like me and others that suffer the similar things?
Being torn between two passions. How an ECU student is balancing the struggle by helping his community.
And the sunshine has returned, and it will stick around for a few days, but some changes lie ahead for the weekend. We've got your complete Storm Team 9 7-day forecast next.
And now, your accurate Storm Team 9 forecast.
Take a look at this picture here. This is the Live Eye 9 camera showing a gorgeous conclusion to our day here in eastern North Carolina. And the best news of all, sunshine is going to stick around for the next few days anyway. So if you have any outdoor activities, you ought to be in pretty good shape. Get outside and enjoy this sunshine while it still lasts. Now, our local radar imagery is showing that we do have at least a lot of sunshine to enjoy. That means no rainfall outside tonight, but we could see some patchy fog later tonight or early tomorrow morning, similar to what we saw last night, so just be aware of that. 61 degrees is the current temperature in Greenville. Our dew point is 37, relative humidity at 42%, air pressure 29.89 inches. Our winds have been a little blustery at times outside today. You may have noticed some of the lawn furniture blowing around from time to time, but at least our temperatures warmed up a lot. We topped down in the mid-60s, quite comfortable compared to what we sometimes can be this time of year. Our wind flow primarily is coming out of the west, or a little more hint of a southwesterly breeze in some of our southern locations. Out towards Cape Hatteras, the wind gusts still up around 20-25 miles an hour or so. A lot of 60s across the Carolinas. Naturally, it's cooler closer to the water. Myrtle Beach at 57. Here's the wide view, and you can see a lack of disturbances up the road here. So for a change, we're going to see several days of dry weather instead of several days of wet weather like we've seen so often this winter. There is a cold front on the march. It's going to take a couple of days to get here, and this front will likely begin to dry up on its final approach into eastern North Carolina Thursday and Thursday night. The problem is on the backside of that front, it may eventually pick up a developing area of low pressure over towards Oklahoma and Texas. This disturbance has much better rainfall potential, and some of that may be guided eastward as we approach the upcoming weekend. So changes will eventually head our way later on down the road. That's why you need to get outside over the next 2 or 3 days and enjoy this sunshine while it's here. It will be a beautiful short-term forecast. Download our Storm Team 9 mobile weather app and you can see exactly how warm it's going to be at your home location. Now, it'll be chilly for everyone tonight. Mostly clear, some patchy fog. Fog could be thick early tomorrow, but you can get rid of the heavy jacket very quickly as we move into Wednesday afternoon, because sunshine will boost temperatures into the 70s for quite a few spots. It'll be noticeably colder, though, along the coast, especially out towards the Outer Banks. The water temperatures are still chilly. Seas averaging 2 to 4 feet for the ocean, 2 to 3 feet for the Sounds. Moderate chop for the lakes and rivers. Storm Team 9's 7-day forecast is showing that we have sunshine for Thursday and Friday, but also a 20% chance of showers with a weak cold front. As we hit the weekend, a much more substantial system will head our way. That could lead to better rainfall potential for Saturday and Sunday, perhaps into Monday too. It won't be a complete washout, but you will get wet from time to time. Drier weather and cooler conditions return by Tuesday.
That's some good news, Jerry, because here we are the last full week, the month of February, and gorgeous out there today and even better tomorrow.
That's right. I mean, 70 and sunshine, that's kind of what you draw up for a picture-perfect day. So get outside and enjoy.
Although not quite a beach day, as you mentioned, it's going to be a little bit chillier out there.
Yeah, that water temperature will wake you up still.
We'll get there eventually. Jerry, thanks. Thousands of sea turtles are recovering after their rescue from the frigid water off the Texas coast. It's considered to be the biggest turtle rescue effort in history. Nonprofit Sea Turtle Incorporated led the way in rescuing over 5,300 sea turtles last week. The winter storm left thousands of the endangered animals cold stunned, meaning they were unable to move. Despite Texans facing their own struggles, many volunteers still showed up for the cause.
We were just overwhelmed with the outpouring of the community. While they had no power, no water.
So far, 2,200 turtles have recovered and been safely released. The other 3,000 or so are receiving additional treatment. He's a student using business to benefit others, how he's giving them a place to put their products before an international audience. And a local artist designs hit a nationwide retail store, how he's sharing a message through fashion.
This is WNCT 9 on your side, news at 5:30.
Throughout the month of February, 9 on your side is honoring Black artists, businesses, and people making an impact right here in the East. Today, we're meeting a young Black entrepreneur at ECU. He's making it easier to connect brown and Black businesses through an app. Our Ariana Kraft introduces us to Kenny Roach.
An East Carolina University student shares his experience as a minority and shows how he's creating something to help people like himself change their lives.
So my name is Kenneth Roach. I go by Kenny.
Kenny is an East Carolina University senior studying exercise physiology, but
I'm torn between two passions right now.
one day a question came to him.
How can I help the people that look like me and others that suffer the similar things?
He wanted to support more Black and minority-owned businesses.
It would be awesome if we had a platform that I can just see all these different businesses so I know where to go.
That's how he created Colorful Desires.
I want to encourage people to do is be your own boss and do it confidently.
The racial injustice the world saw in 2020 weighed heavy on Kenny and his community.
I can do more than I can say. I can chant and protest. I can say things, but I've been a part of protests and I've screamed as loud as my lungs can take it.
But he wanted to do more, so he took his business idea and turned it into something bigger than himself.
Create your own avenue and create something that can't be taken or burned down. And you're seeing a lot of other people getting privilege that black people do not necessarily get. It's hard to even describe in the word. This is a fight that we've inherited.
Colorful Desires has many categories to choose from.
Art, beauty, entertainment, clothing, etc. Even when it came to art, hitting up Cindy, I knew Cindy was one of the biggest artists at ECU.
I have a business called CT Designs, and I basically design logos, I customize shoes, I have a clothing brand. I do custom paintings, freestyle paintings, I do music cover, basically any type of art I do.
Kenny has close to 50 vendors on his website, but he isn't stopping there.
Preparing to launch an app very soon in early 2021. It's going to be a marketplace for minority businesses for whatever you want to shop.
Colorful Desires not only helps minority-owned businesses gain exposure, but it connects like-minded individuals.
We did our first pop-up shop, which was like the best thing that I've ever been involved in. I got to meet other people who had businesses, and it was a different type of vibe because they're all entrepreneurs.
Kenny is encouraging people to be part of the solution.
We're making it as easy and simple as possible. When I have this light, that I want to shine it. When I see light in people, I want to help them shine brightly on others.
So what's next as Kenny finishes up school and runs his business?
I'm taking it day by day, and we'll see what the future holds.
Kenny tells me he's excited to see Colorful Desires grow. He plans to expand the website to more cities and universities across the state of North Carolina. For Honoring Black History, I'm Ariana Kraft.
And if you missed our full half-hour special honoring Black History Month, you can catch it again this weekend. It airs Sunday at noon on our sister station, Eastern North Carolina CW. Showcasing the Black experience through fashion. That's what a Lenoir County native is doing with help from retail giant Target. Keyshawn Sanders is one of this year's winners of the Target HBCU Black History Month Design Challenge. Sanders is a recent graduate of North Carolina A&T in Greensboro with a degree in visual media design. He chose the theme of mind, body, and soul to be displayed on shirts and bags for this year's competition. Sanders tells 9 on your side the design focuses on the beauty of being Black, but it does not overlook the struggles that come along with it.
For me, when I was coming up with the idea, with helping me and my friends, we all were like, mind, body, and soul. Being Black isn't just a trend. It isn't just a monthly thing. It's a lifetime thing. It's a forever thing. It is us.
Sanders says he's so excited about all of this that he sometimes just goes into Target to see who's buying his shirts and bags.
Ahead at 6, the city's plans to show off Greenville's adventurous side. I'm Amber Joseph with what to expect from our area's new adventure park.
Well, at least you'll get a little bit of a break on your heating bill around here over the next couple of days. You'll still need to warm up at night. It's going to be quite chilly, but during the day tomorrow, we're going to top out near 70. It'll be nice and comfortable. It was comfortable out there today. Do be on the lookout, though, for some patchy fog early tomorrow morning. Slight chance of rain showers coming in for Thursday and Friday. I think our better chance of rain will probably hold off until Saturday and Sunday, and even then, we're not expecting a washout, just a few disturbances moving in. On Tuesday, we'll see more sunshine with a high near 60, lows in the upper 40s.
Looks great today, looks even better tomorrow. Stay close, we've got more local news, weather, and sports coming up next on 9 on Your Side at 6.
This is WNCT 9 on Your Side. Breaking news.
And we are following breaking news out of Onslow County, where prosecutors are asking another county to oversee an investigation into a crash involving Onslow County Sheriff Hans Miller. District Attorney Ernie Lee says Miller was involved in a February 9th accident in Jacksonville. Police are investigating the crash and reported it to Lee yesterday.
But Lee is deferring the case to Cumberland County's district attorney to avoid any conflict of interest. Lee is not releasing further details on the crash or what Jacksonville police are finding. We'll pass along updates on WNCT.com and tonight on WNCT News at 11.